there's a lot of reasons why people can stress you out. Like, for instance, even like your day at work. Just consider how many different personalities you are managing throughout the day. Right now, I just want you to quickly scan through the people that you work closely with every day, and I just want you to think about all the different personalities coming at you. Yeah, you're managing a lot, aren't you? Like, it's a whole spectrum. Like, on one end of the spectrum, you've got what I call the yesers. And they say yes to everything, right? They're always happy to help out, willing to pitch in. They're on every committee, and they make you look bad. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you've got what I call the precious people. Now, the precious people, I don't know if you work with any precious people, but the precious people, they can never help out. No, because they've always got a full plate. And they're always telling people about their full plate. No matter what people ask them to do, no matter when people ask them to do it, they can't. Nope, they got a full plate. Now, with these people, do you ever wonder what size of plate they're walking around with? I'm just thinking there are some people walking around with teeny tiny plates. It's like, of course you've got a full plate. It came with a friggin' easy bake oven. And then in your personal life, you're probably trying to maintain kind of a fulfilling, functional relationship. And that's a lot of work, right? You know, relationships take so much compromise, so much communication. I think the best time in a relationship is at the very beginning, before you've met. And you're single. I know that's when I thrive. That's when I'm at my best. And of course, something that definitely requires a sense of humor is having children. Now, who here has kids? Anybody regret it? Close your eyes, raise your hands. Yeah. I actually have one son. He's turning 2 tomorrow. Yeah. But since money's a bit tight right now, we're not going to tell him. We don't have to. I don't think I'm going to have any more kids, though. No. Because I think the big challenge with having multiple kids is explaining why only your first child has a baby book. Right? I'd like to avoid that conversation. Like, well, children, this was only interesting and mildly entertaining the first time. Yeah. Well, you know what? No matter how many you have, it's a big job, right? It's a big job, it's a tough job. So my friend the other day, she was at the end of her rope. She was like, that's it, I'm done, I quit, I'm selling my kid on eBay. I said, don't be silly. You made him. Sell him on Etsy. So I actually don't have a son. That was just for laughs. No, I don't have a son. I don't have a maternal bone in my body. Like, while all my friends were having their babies, I was like, what country should I go to next? No, seriously, like, over the years, my friends with kids have said to me time and time again, Susan, you don't know love until you've experienced the love of a child. I'm like, I don't know, I love my cat, and he lets me go out on weekends. So, a funny thing that has happened in my life is that my partner has 2 kids. Yeah, so I never planned on playing a significant role in the lives of children. But you know, that's why we need to laugh and have a sense of humor, because things rarely go according to plan. So now this relationship, it's new, it's fresh. So over the last few months, I have been observing children in their natural habitat. And I've made a few key discoveries. I've discovered that what you say to kids and what they hear are 2 different things. Like I'll say to them, okay kids, hurry up, we're gonna be late. And what they must hear? Hey, start looking for that toy you haven't played with in 2 years. Oh, don't worry about it, we got all day. It's all about you. You take your time. Or I'll say to them in the morning, right? Okay kids, turn off the TV, it's time to go to school. And what they must hear? Hey, pump up the volume, get comfy on that couch. I'll take you to school tomorrow. Snow day. Or like when they're at each other, I'll say to them, you two, stop the fighting immediately. And what they must hear? Hey, you two, why don't you go one more round so you can watch me lose my mind? I've also discovered that kids get really thirsty when you put them to bed. They haven't thought about or talked about water all friggin' day. But now that I am trying to get them to go to sleep, I witness the most intense display of dehydration I've ever seen. They're like, oh, and they're not interested in drinking the crap out of the bathroom tap. Oh no, they need me to go downstairs and get the good filtered stuff. All of a sudden, they've got standards. They're water connoisseurs. I've also discovered that kids ask a lot of questions. Like the other day, the 8-year-old boy asked me what normal is. I told him it was a setting on the dryer. Boom, done. Next question. I'm learning, guys, I'm learning. I've learned that the answers to my problems rarely lie at the bottom of a bottle of wine, but it's at least worth a check. Sometimes twice. I've also learned that if you're ever feeling really good about yourself, just ask a kid to draw a picture of you. You'll come crashing back down to earth immediately.